Yep, testing. 1, 2, 3. Module levels look alright. Hey everyone! It's a new Final Fantasy 14 patch, you know what that means. I'm just gonna play the fuck out of that. Okay, where's it, oh, there, okay. So fucking excited to see it. We're finally gonna meet, Wuklamat, the first Hrothgar, female Hrothgar. Oh man. Alright. Arshan. Oh, look. And Kral's gonna be a fucking Pictomancer. Okay. Damien. One of my clerks is just here with a message for you. The student of Baldesion requests your presence in Charlie and your others can be. I was just there! Indebted as I am to your friends, I had hoped that I might be of service, but it is you alone they require. If you know pressing business, pray make your way to Baldesion Annex at once. Bojuka waits at your arrival. In the meantime, I shall continue showing us via the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there is still much and more for her to see. Alright. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Setting up for some future plot hooks, I see. Oh, okay. Oh, I ain't paying for your stupid ass fucking like fake commissions. Whatever the hell you're trying to sell to me in the chat. Okay, anyway. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Damien. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kral and Graha. I just got her head down. Thank you for coming on such short notice. And forgive for sending for you so soon after your trials in the void. To say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Erenville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. Eh? I thought he left. I imagine you're surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there's someone whom he wishes Damien to meet. He also mentioned that he would be attending some business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? Sure. Probably faster go this way. And, oh boy, there's a lot of people. Now then, where is Erenville?
Erenville!
Oop, hold on. There he is.
Apologies for the wait.
I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
He is so fucking
Where
pretty.
did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
Oh.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Oh.
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is him. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no ordinary man.
Oh my god, she's gorgeous!
I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Wait, she's wearing a hat too, what the fuck?
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Not gonna ask me for dinner first?
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
Well.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
I mean, hey, you're not entirely wrong.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down.
You can ask us both dinner first if you want to.
Uklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides.
Eh?
He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
Oh, is that the one we fought in the trailer?
So that is the way of it.
Oh, look at his
If I was
secrets!
indelicate.
Oh, Graha.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
I like her. Golden City. Never heard about it before.
tales have reached even these shores. I can't help but feel proud.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Eh? Wait, oh, he's wearing the earring! I just noticed that!
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
I'm not gonna say no, but... I just wanna... God damn! It's pretty short, though, for Hrothgar, though. Because I'm like, my character's at least, like, above average for a male Vieira. So, We are about to set him saving elevation, I think. Still, look at her! She looks fucking gorgeous! There we go. The chance of not only see Tural, but the fabled Golden City besides. It's the stuff of a grand adventure, my friends. Which is not to say we should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let's begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. Sure. Not certain what might be a suitable location for our hunt there, however. When I was in the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Han. You went there not long ago and called someone unruly fauna. Of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The isle isn't far, and we could also be helping those in need. That works for me! Just so you know, I've honed my skills on some of the fiercest beasts in Tural. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight. But then before we even had a chance to get acquainted. You're pretty quiet, Brial. Before we can prove ourselves capable of dependable companions... My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray, go on ahead to the Isle. I'll join as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, then let's head to the harbor. This being guild business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. It's been a hot minute in the last stream, like, trying to remember all my hotkeys. This way. gonna stay dark for a while, it seems. Ooh, we're going into duty already. Alright. So we have to take a ship? Ugh, and I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose for a good cause. A hunt! Come on, let's get going. Ooh, okay. I'm as ready as I can be, I suppose. Oh, it's daytime already.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yoktural. Oh, a white bear! I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
He has a brother. Interesting.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Charlian.
He has. Kono's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in this city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studio.
He went to the studio. Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Charlian to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in.
Wait, what? Oh, fuck!
One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Okay, wait, hold on. So, I accidentally skipped another piece of dialogue. That was not on purpose. But you mentioned her brother was the Mikote, she says. But, like, not by blood, obviously. Again. Does that mean that white-haired Mikote in the fucking wallpaper, like... Does that mean it's him, the white-haired one? Huh. Interesting.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
Alright.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can. researcher should be just ahead.
His voice, nice.
There. The building to the northeast.
We can only go northeast, man.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Let's push our fill.
So it looks like she's a warrior, judging by the axe.
Someone's in trouble.
Shit. Oh, Jesus!
My axe.
These animals are usually so docile.
How strange to be doing a dungeon with 2 tanks. Oh, thank goodness you came. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, did you? You are! Damien, the man who saved our star! Well, that our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues can tell you more. If you give me just a moment, I can finish just checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
There we go.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner?
Oh, we're going this way now. The adventurer who came to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have you, one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence have affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. The task is to quell any threats you find, and search for traces of the beasts responsible for all this. If you find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you could share it with us. Alright.
I'll handle this.
Hey, what's she doing?
Hold still.
Oh! Alright!
Is that all?
Huh.
Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
What happened to this one?
These claw marks. I've seen their like before.
Eh?
It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Hold on.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
I mean, probably roasted.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Yep.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Lamont, where you going? What the hell?
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh. I think that might be what we're looking for.
What is that thing? It speaks?
Okay, well,
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Roger.
Come, Woklamat.
Right.
The poor thing.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Sure.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat. Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit! Although you like birds, I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Shut up already, you blasted bird!
That's supposed to hurt.
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
What the hell?
Got you.
Whoa! Alright.
Steady now.
Wait. Stop moving, you bastard. Lamont! Jesus Christ! Trying to get me killed! Ah!
Who paid for that?
There we go.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
That was hardly a tickle. Try this.
Did you just turn into a fucking power drill?
Do it. Have you now, you loudmouth bastard?
Throw everything you have at it.
Working on it. There we go.
And I had barely limbered up.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Considerate of him.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Wooglamats?
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Ah, hell.
Leave this to me.
Yeah!
Cryo.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin.
Aye.
Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute.
Painting.
And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm,
Wait, what?
Pictomancy.
Fucking name drop realm, holy shit!
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you.
Oh, she's gonna be multi-role as well?
Left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuliolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
What a
What does
coincidence.
the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this.
Eh?
Given how culturally diverse Tuliolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no?
Right.
This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, he would have been in Turali.
Oh.
And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
Huh.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Come on, Gaha. You've eaten burgers before. You're not averse to meat. Ah, we're back. Let's see. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That is least a matter of the Calibri meat. Better or worse, there's really only one place we take it here in Charlian. The last stand. Come, let's see what Dick can cook up for us. Yeah. Honestly, so far I'm kind of liking Wuklamad. She's pretty brash and quick to act, kind of like Estinian. But she actually has a bit of a softer, like almost kind of like, I won't say fearful, but like there's depth to her. I can already tell. Is what I'm trying to say. Oh no, there's a famous face I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Damien? So, we fought a giant bird. Oh, birdman from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me, I had just the recipe. A new dish I recently learned from some sailors. And for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much you'd like, you hear? Oh, thank you.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
That was a big chunk.
I'd heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Wait, is it the one that we got in? Yep.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Oh no.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
Oh no.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Oh, she's trying to be so strong.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Erenville.
I see. I see.
Wait, is Erenville a tsundere?
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Fair enough.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
Hmm?
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
But
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war.
also, what would be the point? The Garlands don't have anything to conquer.
I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal? You don't need to decide right this moment,
I mean, we have until summer, so...
but I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case,
Excuse me.
allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Fine, go ahead. He's really starting to grow on me, I'm not gonna lie. Whether Luke Lamont has a makings of a ruler, I couldn't say. But I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, this past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Ooh. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Luke Lamar's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numenon is bound to have some information on the continent. It wouldn't help to be better informed. Wouldn't hurt, I mean, bleh, fuck. Sorry, I just got back from work, I'm still a bit, tired. Right. Not only would it help you get an informed, not only would it help you make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you'll be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us be off for the archives. I do feel like it would be easier to, like, have... well, then again, there's not really a whole lot over here besides story content. All this over here is, like, crafting stuff, which I still need to do at some point. Where did Blooming trace back to his tag practice of Malaki, a tribe of distant concept Tural? Look, nature in the highest and cultivate a spiritual connection with this. They learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was moved to live among them and train in their ways. Those days are so grueling, I remember. Wait, is this written by Martin? For instance, it appears of visiting Lapis Canyon, tribe's sacred grounds. As I once to the surface, turned the entire canyon into a brilliant blue. Under Shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallachi's art and make animals' powers my own. If no name existed for it in common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason for its color, as you will doubtless glean, is for the significance of the Wallaki. I can't think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom noble magic was born. Huh. Okay. This is probably going to be a fifth one, but where Graha is. In that case. Let's begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tural. Former stretches from east to west, and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and difference immediately presents themselves in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. The case in point is the Alligans, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ilsabard. The movement would be mirrored by thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although disparate tribes of Tural waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from the frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains would not pierce the dense jungle. That was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamulja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the roots thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the Autarch's greatness. Huh. Interesting. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen on this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, a cousin to Tural craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastskin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Weirway. Roach's scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Weirway is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortification cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Garmanda. Raleigh folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Ah, that might be why Wuklamant was kind of concerned about the bird. It's impossible to adequately discuss the Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto. These crops and more that regularly grace the Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a lamented sailor named Captain Ram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continents. Captain Ram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of a sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Captain Ram would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered the myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Lominza. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce is far from the only bounty of Captain Ram's expeditions to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and the gripping legends such as that of a golden city reach our shores by way of his ship. For those outside of Captain Ram's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Huh. Okay. Hey, Graha. Let's go to the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books fully dedicated to the subject of Tural, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let's continue this outside. The members do not take kindly to chatter. Now then, I'm keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was surprised to find references to Tural within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken by the tale of Ketanram. Ah yes, the renowned Leminson explorer who traversed the Indigo Deep and discovered the unknown West. And his accomplishments didn't end there. He just traveled to Tural extensively, and even forged friendship with the Dawn Serpents. If we were able to meet Ketanram, what things we could learn. Alas, all of this happened nigh 40 years ago, and he may no longer be alive to tell of his tales. How long is the score again? $80 in total. Okay. But moving on. The perception of all of the fauna of Tural. Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic might interest you. I learned about alpacas. Ah yes, the alpaca. In addition to serving as beasts of burden, they provide clothing for the people by the way of their lush fleece. Fleece! Jesus! They're especially prized among mountain tribes. hold certain rare specimens sacred. Yeah. Thought I heard familiar voices. Ah, it's the twins! What's your name to you two here? Well. Have some research of your own, do you? I have to arm myself with knowledge that may benefit the Dagalian people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Glasat they will look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of different races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of the two of you? What difference brings you here to stay? Well, it's a bit of a long story, but we met some royalty from Tyrrell, and we went over and fought a bird. And don't even get me started on the alpacas, they look so fucking cute from the pictures. A nation composed of disparate peoples of Tyrrell. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to reach trade up until we allow ourselves. Contest. Is Demon the only one allowed to help Book-Lamat? There's no mention of such restrictions, as I recall. On the contrary, Book-Lamat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphino. We have planning to do. Alizé, wait! It seems my plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. Never rest on their laurels. Come, let's return to the annex. Excuse me. Probably be faster to use this. No. It's not. Looking at, buddy. That lake? What you looking at, buddy?
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Eh?
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Book-Lamat's request?
Huh. I'm still undecided, to be honest.
I don't blame you. No matter the assurances, it's no simple thing to wade into the midst of a political struggle, and in a foreign land at that. How about this then? Instead of deciding here, go there first and then decide. In the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
I mean... Can't argue with that.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tyrrell remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
Why are you quoting Heidelin? Just... Why do you have to phrase it like that specifically? You okay, buddy?
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Okay. I feel like this scene would probably hit harder if it wasn't so foggy. Good. What's this spying on us for? Welcome back, Damien. If you look for Wuklamat, she's currently with the others in her chambers. If you like, I can go fetch him for you. Sure. Understood. Please wait in the main hall.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it.
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Uh-oh.
Alphano, Alice! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
"'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphano Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize."
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, You want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was.
What's wrong, girl?
Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
Wait, are we going without him?
But Raha.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Hmm?
There.
Oh, is it up there on the map?
My friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Summer can't come soon enough. So that's officially the end of Endwalker. I'll admit, a lot of people have been kind of been talking about how the patches have been kind of meh in terms of content, and I do get that. I mean, compared to Shadowbringers, which is my only favorite reference from personal experience, and even then I came in pretty damn late. Like, Shadowbringers had like its raid series, its alliance raids with the fucking which was crossover at that, as well as the entire fucking Bosha stuff. And the relic weapons were also pretty in depth in order to get those, whereas this one you just everybody got a bunch of tombstones. I have heard the new trial that came out dispatches tied to the new the final step, so it's something at least. But otherwise, it was just a grinding simulator. And well, I'll go right ahead and say that the main story for the main expansion, like Endwalker, like 6.0, stellar, superb. Nothing bad I can say about that. But I will admit that the patch storyline has been just kind of, Like I can already tell that it's supposed to be leading up to something much bigger further down the line. I mean, I would love to see have like a full like void-based expansion afterwards. But later than that, I don't know. I don't fucking know what they're planning. Look at this fucking art, though. Your art is in a bit of a weird pose, but otherwise this art's really fucking good. Anyway, back on track. Yeah, like, besides Zero, who I feel just kind of changed personality a bit too quickly. Like, she was supposed to be, you know, like, all kind of dark and, like, antisocial or asocial, whatever. But she's turned around really quickly. Like, after only 4 patches, she's just a warrior of lights, basically. And I do feel it's a little bit much to like. Because remember back in 6.0 when that patch first came out, the whole thing about that was like, okay, you've saved the world. Now it's time for you to, you know, have relax, and go on an adventure. Also, goddamn, Xenos, fine as hell. Anyway, yeah, hey, you're supposed to just relax, go on an adventure, have fun, and now we have to save the world from the void. It's like, but why? Oh, speaking of which. That's also kind of tie into, like, what was Justinian's fucking point in this storyline besides instigating all of it with a fucking map? It's like, if we got that map instead of him, what would have changed? Like, he's just been kind of a background character for the entire patch cycle. Like, honestly, this entire patch cycle is more focused around Stola and Zero. And also, Ritra, of course, but still. And, yeah, like, just, I don't know, I just don't feel as close to Ritra compared to, like all the other characters that we come to know. And honestly, I do kind of prefer Zero's old look. Like, that hat was fucking stellar, and she dropped it. Oh, it's such a shame. Such a shame. I'm not too sure how to feel about Golbez, all things considered. It's like, he had a last-minute change of heart, and vanished after that. Where is he? What is he doing? What is his deal? Why did he never take his helmet off after we discovered that he was active Durante the whole time? I don't know. But despite all that, I'm still very much looking forward to a Dawn Trail. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order it or not. For one, because money reasons. And second of all, like, the main draw for pre-ordering is like getting the earrings that let you, you know, increases the level XP gains at a certain level and below. But I'm already well beyond that for all my jobs, so like... Yeah. I mean, there's another minion for it, I suppose? I don't, unless it's really something neat, I doubt I'm gonna be too interested in it, to be honest. Anyway. How long have we been going for? 1 hour and a half? Really? No, we're not entirely done yet. Unless you wonder about your passage to Toral, Erenville will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations, and like $60 in real life. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack. It serve you well on your coming adventures. I'm sure that when departure will be... Now, I'm not sure when the departure will be, but rest assured, I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Huh? Hold on, there's more?
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
He's joining us for the expedition by complete fucking happenstance then, alright. We're going to be seeing what Urianger is. Yep.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
Oh, we're gonna be against those two.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
I have a theory. Oh, hold on.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
It must be real then. Weigh anchor now, the tide is nigh, and dawn on a new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizons spawned, and tread the gilded path beyond. It's a fashion accessory, I believe. Yes. Little Gleaner backpack for everyone to use. Nice. That's got shoe physics. Cool. Okay. Right. So, as I was saying before, my current running theory is that we're definitely gonna be fighting against Thancred and Urianger in the coming trials. Dawn Trail, judged by what they're talking about. So, it sounds like they've been recruited by one of the other people that are vying for the throne. I'm gonna assume it's not the one that's, bad news for Garlemald. At least I hope so. And Justinian is going off on his own. Hold on. Okay, so twins, Graha and Cryo, they're going to be joining us. Justinian is off on his own. Thancred and Urianger are a pair. That leaves Stola as the odd one out here. But my theory is, Thancred and Urianger are going to be an opposing team, petitioned by one of the other ones vying for the throne, while Stola and Justinian are also going to be on one of the other teams, probably also from one of the one that's not a bad guy. I'm gonna assume he's going to be like the main antagonist, who I'll have to contend with. Very interesting, very interesting. It also makes me realize, we have twins, so it's a DPS and a healer. We'll have Graha, who's flexible. And we'll have Cryo, who's going to be another DPS. Considering I'm probably going to be playing a Sage throughout it, I'm going to have to leave Alvaro behind quite often. Oh boy. Interesting. Anyway. Going for an hour and a half. How long was my last MSQ video? To be fair, I did have a trial and everything. I'm up 3. You know what? I'm gonna do the Manderville stuff as well. Alright. Give me a second. Docs, stream information. No, I'm still wearing it. Duplicity and duplication. Oh boy. Ah, Damien! You're just in time to assist with my latest fact-finding expedition. Our reason for range is Charlene revealed that Poo-Poo's friend was in the company of a Hanish alchemist, yes? As such, I was inspired to do some preliminary legwork here in Thavnair. I contacted my usual sources for local sightings of alien phenomena, but alas, they had none to share. I thus switched tactics and decided to track down this alchemist fellow instead. Surely someone will have heard tale of an apothecary bold enough to set up shop on a Gaulian battlefield. Inspector and the others have been pursuing a similar line of inquiry, yet have found no leads here in the City of the Great Work. I believe they've moved their investigation to Liet Limat, so I suggest we hurry over and join them. I cannot I cannot have that little blue man muddying the waters when we're so close to grasping his master plan. How do you say, buddy? That's in the, their zone, yes. Oh, there he is, Manderville. Oh, the pervert's here. I see the two of you are eager as ever to observe my inspectorial genius at work. Ah, the long-term fans are often the most ardent. As a matter of fact, we were just about to continue our investigation into the alchemist we have known to be traveling with Master Fufu's comrade. I mean, that's to say, I'm merely following in the inspector's wake. You needn't be so modest, my dear Inspector Brandyhill. 'Tis wrong of me to comport myself as an equal to you to you all in any respect. For I am but a copy, and a flawed one at that. Stuff and nonsense! Clone or not, self-deprecation is unbecoming in a Manderville man. Exactly. The things you can do are amazing. Oh, I don't know about that. 'Twas you who saved Damien from certain doom, was it not? While not quite as capricious as mine, your rapid reasoning is nevertheless quite effective. 'Tis kind of you to accept me, rough patches and all. I only hope my meager contributions are of some small assistance. Of course, buddy. Too modest by half. Says mental faculties far surpass those of the original. Not enough chin-wagging amongst ourselves, I think. Let's spread out and learn what the locals know of this adventurous apothecary. Meh, jeez, I'm studying so much today. Alright. Yeah, I know the one you speak. A fisherman told me of a friend of his, an apothecary, who did reward one Gorlamals to those medicines. A reckless fool, if you ask me. I have no interest in the affairs of such men, but you do, I take it. If so, I said you head to Usaki. I can't. You tell yourself. Look for a red-haired lad there gathering shellfish. Alright. You know the apothecaries? In Rasatan? Of course. More than I can count. Not heard tell of anyone peddling such goods in the heart of the Empire, though. Seems like a terrible idea to me, what with civil war raging and the world almost ending. The situation's improved in recent days, but even so, the raiding host still has to prove security for cargo shipments. A lone merchant trading there alone? Impossible. Oh, no, okay. I know many merchants travel abroad to supply their wares, but none who have business in Garlemald. You have to be mad you have to be mad or desperate to indeed consider setting up shop in that forbidden land. Troubled land, Jesus. I mean, word is we've signed some kind of trade agreement with the Garleans, but it's still not the kind of place where one simply wanders in and opens a street stall. It's correct on all accounts. Damien, I hope your questioning has borne fresher fruit than mine. Oh, a good friend of the alchemist in question, you say? Let us gather the troops and pay a visit to this felicitous fisherman. Oh boy. Story of my apothecary friend. Oh, you must mean Parshaf. Baharasaf. Baharasaf. Well, I was near enough to calling it a day anyway, so here's what I can tell you. Baharasaf comes from a very poor family, and growing up, never had much in the way of money or possessions. I suppose those experiences are what led to his lifelong obsession with gaining wealth. After trying his hand at succession of trades, he decided alchemy would earn him the most skill, but his stock never sold as well as he'd hoped. So when he heard about the internal strife in Garlemald, he saw it as a golden opportunity. Surely the middle of a war was just the best place to sell medicines. The best place for near-death experiences. He soon gave up on his Garlemald venture. But while one would have expected him to return lamenting his ill fortune, Baharasaf was practically euphoric when I saw him again. God's given blessing he'd found in the snowfields had given him much cause to celebrate. He said he'd learned how to create gold. I admit, I had laughed at first. But then he showed me a gleaming mountain of the stuff. Enough to proclaim himself a merchant prince. He even changed his name to Van Hoody, a word which brings the mind bounty of the divine. Huh. A name I've heard! He's a rising star in the markets, is he not? The one snapping up commercial ventures left and right. Yes, Van Hoody has certainly made his ambitions known here in Zapnair. Especially when he attempted to purge the entire port of Yetlimad. Stockmasters declined to sell, of course, but when it comes to buying historic landmarks, a bottomless purse can open surprising doors. Last I heard, he converted the Giladaria to a private abode, and has been filling it with every rare treasure his gold can secure. He has a particularly large sums of to the goddess Azura. I remember him being a fervent worshipper of hers, even as a child. I have encountered such minutiae and miracle lore in Rasatan, yet recall no mention of this Azura. Well, it's hardly surprising. As a lady of war, she's not well loved by the common folk. Baharasaf is different, though. He sees life as constant battle to amass wealth. This to Azura, whom he praised for victory. Damn me if she didn't listen. That once poor boy became a merchant royalty. A man far too rich and important now to afford more than a fleeting moment for simple fishermen. Even those who were once dear friends. Huh? If you'll excuse me, I really must leave it at that. Those plants won't sell themselves, you know. Huh. How about that, eh? I once sought after apothecary and upset merchant prince were one and the same. Might we assume the blessing you stumbled upon in Garlemald was a certain alien craft and its occupant? Sorry to intrude, but aren't you the hero who helped us folk when we were turning into beasts? Well, some nasty-looking creatures showed up outside of town. One of our guards was confronted, but I don't like our odds against that thing. This sounds like a case for Inspector Hildebrand! Come, friends! Let us investigate forthwith! Into another cutscene? Okay. Oh, what the fuck? I thought you destroyed that monster! I have the situation under control, citizens. This individual bears a strong resemblance to a known fugitive. Thought it prudent to investigate. Regrettably, he has proven less than forthcoming with answers. How many times will we teach you the same lesson? Said the shiny skull man. God damn it. Lesson? What are you on about? Cease this battling and get out of my way. Lord Van Hoody's orders are to cause trouble at the port, and I'm running behind schedule. Hoody, the merchant tried to buy Yetlimad, so he put you up to this. Curses! How did you manage to deduce my audacity plan? You blurted it out. Silence! No one who learns of our scheme can be suffered to live. Prepare to be squashed, meddlesome worms. Ooh. Oh. Why are there so many more of them? 3 more sinister skullmen! The Doctor a quadruplet? Oh no! Rest in peace. They're dead. They're so fucking dead. Mother? Vexatious vermin! This will soften you up! Oh hell. I get to use the skillet! It's an honor, Julian. A lucky hit! Oh no! That was intended for me. Why did it have such a long fuse? One last pitch. Oh, fucking hell. I'm playing baseball with a fucking skillet. Heavy hitter special. Yes. What the hell was my mouth? Excuse me. I come to expect father's sudden appearances, but what brings you here, mother? A proposition for that merchant Vahundi, as a matter of fact. I'm accompanying your dad as a manager for Manderville and Manderville, and we were just on our way to the bloke's mansion. We refused Master Hundi once before, when we tried to buy out our commercial empire. This time, however, the deal concerns offloading a quantity of gold at our wholesale prices. Quite an attractive offer, considering the high jewelry is our stock and trade. I was ought to at least listen to his proposal. But if he would purposely command his lackeys to disturb the peace of a public port. And we can't do business with a attack like that. Absolutely not. Where did all those lackeys come from in the first place? Is there a Hulking weaponizing brute manufactory around here somewhere? As I suspected, my ship's vibration beam is configured to expunge only replicated matter. So we can copy inorganic materials as well. How interesting. Once a matter of duplication facility has been analyzed an object's molecular structure, it can generate any number of copies. Yet it cannot create a matter from nothing. A requisite supply of ether must be on hand to facilitate the process. Oh, you sure do know a lot, Inspector Brandyhill. Even alien starships. There's no great achievements, as I mentioned. The gaps in my knowledge were patched with data from the Starship's own archives, which included the vessel's full schematics and functions. Assuming I understand this correctly, is it possible Van Hundi is using the repaired alien craft to replicate piles and piles of gold? We share the same suspicion, Master Delian. To my knowledge, no other method exists that can reliably produce precious metals. Of course! 'Tis the opposite conclusion. That being the case, one might further assume that Van Hundi is either threatening or deceiving Master Poopa's comrade in order to gain access to the vessel's superior technology. Our course of action is clear. We might ride up to this gold spawner's front door and demand the release of his extraterrestrial hostage. Oh yeah. We must confront this malicious merchant at once. If you're hard set on confrontation, then you may as well come with us. Rudy's invitation included a private airship flight to his new estate. Aye, we just need to formally reject this deal anyway, and his pilot will be waiting. Another secret present? We'll be on our way. We're to meet Van Hundi's pilot at the top of the rise just south of Pajaya's footsteps. Yeah. It's such a cool fucking mount, guys. Yeah. Lord Godbert, Lady Julian. And entourage. Right, excuse the word presumptuousness. My son and his companions successfully come along. Just as they were to meet with the illustrious Master Van Hundi. I see. One moment, if you please. Lord Van Hundi should be glad to welcome you all to his abode. Right, step aboard and I shall take you there directly. What the fuck? Welcome, honored guests, to my humble abode. I trust the view is for your liking. Since you've traveled all the way from the distant Ulda, a pleasant backdrop to our talks was the least I could provide. What an unexpected boon this is. I've been debating when to extend you a personal invitation, but now here you are, like a wish come true. Save your axe for the magistrates, Van Hundi. You know the secret of your ill-gotten gold. You will cease this exploitation of alien technology and release your hostage into the care of Master Poo-Poo at once. Rattled all my schemes, have you? Good. I didn't waste my breath on tedious explanations, then. This is Master Poo-Poo, I presume. I do have this fellow alien here with me, yes. As for exploiting their technology, I feel I admit to duplicating a quite frankly obscene amount of gold. That was merely the beginning. Imagine making copy after copy of the deadliest weapons in existence. Wouldn't the world itself be yours for the taking? Let's get straight to the point. I want you at my side. With the once vaunted warrior of light as a template for my clone army, we could conquer this and every other land in creation. Dude, that's fucked up. Oh. Oh, I'm really fucking curious how they'll react to this. Oh. Okay. He's only saying this as in like, okay, that's a good plan. I don't want to be a part of it, but a good plan, alright? That's actually not a bad idea. Splendid jest, my friend. Splendid and not at all indicative of suppressive or lack of manipulations, yes. Yes? Just the look. Of course it was. Our reputable Damien would never dream of accepting such a contemptible proposal. A pity. And I anticipate you would prove an impediment to my ascension. Yes, I see the time has come to test Lugay's ritual manifestation. All was prepared long in advance for your coming. This tower holds not only mundane treasures, but also caches of crystals. As for the requisite congregation of worshippers, well, I have to kill myself. Who is more devoted to my cause and my goddess than me? Divine Azura, take up thy blades and wage war upon mine earthly rival. Oh shit. No, I got this. Nay, Hildebrand. Against a rival, we may be more of a hindrance than help. We dare not remain within its sphere of influence. Best of luck, my friend. I must make a gentlemanly withdrawal. Oh, generic boss theme? Really? Gilded Aria is now accessible. Alright. Checking my books, alright? Yep. Oh, that was quick! The arena looks pretty neat, though, I'm not gonna lie. False Minutia. Azura. Okay, I suppose he's going to be maintaining them. Or maybe I am. Never mind.
I am Asura, and on battle I thrive. Have you the courage and strength to face me?
Oh, I just realized something.
Will you dodge, or will you bleed?
Oh, what setting was it again? It might have been under character.
The frail shall fall.
At the effects turned up when I was watching someone do like a show a while ago.
You've not time to blink.
What the hell? Damn it.
Tremble before the might of the Minutia. Come forth, embodiment of carnage.
What the fuck?
Revel on the bloody field of war. Spirit of battle awakens. Dark is the night. The weak shall perish.
Damn it. Okay.
The gleaming edge.
Okay. So it's like Eden Shiva, where she copies the thing.
Unmerciful light shine upon you.
Damn it! I'm getting way too many fucking wound stacks with this.
Behold the sixfold blade.
Oh, okay. Okay, just go in circles. Okay.
Fury be my strength.
What? Fuck!
I will scatter your bones.
Ah, fuck! Okay. I wasn't entirely sure what to do there.
Show me your steel.
Thank you.
The spirit of battle awakens. Unmerciful light shine upon you. Show me your steel.
What? You tricky bastard!
Bear the gleaming edge.
you bastard! Get away from where she appears. Okay, she does kind of mix it up a bit.
The face of battle is ever changing. Joyful is your downfall.
Oh, okay, it's like the face on the screen is what we had to avoid. I see, I see.
I will scatter your bones. Will you dodge or will you bleed? You've not time to lose. Show me your steel.
There we go. Alright, that was a decent fight. I would ask what the extreme is going to be, but there isn't one. Good show, Damien. Would seem you thoroughly trounced that pesky primal. Even as we speak, mother and father should be informing the Radiant host of that despicable Van Hootie's wrongdoings. Divine Asura. Asura, defeated. Turn the wheel, we flee for now. Who's flying the airship without my permission? The treasure is mine and mine alone! You called your vessel, Master Poo-Poo? No, I did not. It's my friend's ship. And several hundred are dead now. At last, the moment of sweet reunion is at hand. I'm so relieved to see you safe. Likewise, my friend. Why is the ominous music playing? Why did you open fire on the airship? Didn't that man help you after your crash? He did. At first. He pulled me from the wreckage and saw to it that my vessel was repaired. Then in return, I replicated whatever trinkets he desired. I taught him the basics of starship technology. But that resulted to be a terrible error in judgment. When I was infected by one of the star's unique pathogens, he took advantage of my weakened state. He seized my ships, flew me out of the jungle, and left me there to die. Slowly, agonizingly, I was able to synthesize a cure for my affliction. Then I came back to reclaim my property. This experience had led me to conclude that the dominant sentient life forms here are dull-witted, cruel, and entirely unsuited for peaceful cohabitation. We must launch a full-scale invasion. It's the only way to guarantee our survival. No! They're nothing like that. These ones have been nothing but kind to me. Oh yes, they're all smiles until they laser you in the back. We have to strike first before they show their true colors. Oh no. Oh hell. This reactor core has been breached. If it explodes, everyone in the vicinity will be atomized. And we're all in the vicinity. Think, damn it, think! If I'm to stop the explosion, nature's will reverse a considerable distance of the starship. I can't conceive of no logical solution. Inspector Branderhild, I must employ my father's mighty moves to propel me to the vessel. I too have calculated that Lord Godbert's signature techniques are our only means of achieving sufficient propulsion. If there is a flaw in your proposal, I lack the strength to properly perform the throw. I have no time to teach you the starship's controls. Inspector Hildebrand, it is you who must fling me! Staring at you for the past minute. Oh, okay. Even with low poly, he's like flapping his wings. Skyward! As only a Manderville can! I, lost my grip. You fucking idiot! What's he planning? Given my trajectory and velocity, the correct shift in posture should generate enough lift and precision motion to... Yes! I can still make it! It turns itself into a fucking boomerang. Are you kidding me? Oh no. It's too late. The reactor's gone critical. There's only one way to save the day. Well. Inspector Branderhill! A brief time together was more than any defective clone could ask for. Be well, my friends. Godspeed, you magnificent bastard. This case closed for Inspector Branderhill. Oh, his face. Nay, my loyal assistant. In a chip off old gentleman, of the old gentleman, our dear Branderhill has surely survived to tell the tale. We shall see him again. Mark my words. You rescued me, even though I tried to incinerate you with high-intensity plasma blasts. Even at the cost of one of your own. If only I can make amends to earn your forgiveness. But alas. There is not to forgive. With the Blanc Constitution, Inspector Branderhill will be just fine, I assure you. As a friend of Master Poo-Poo, you are a friend of ours. And what few minor plasma burns among and what are a few minor plasma burns among friends, eh? Our home planet. It was lost in a phenomenon you call the final days. We survived only because we were away exploring the cosmos at the time. Explorations which had heretofore served no purpose but curiosity, shifted to a search for a safe haven. We visited countless stars, but all had succumbed to the same insidious ruin as our own. Growing desperate, we decided to settle on a suitable refuge we could find, whether it was populated or not. If native beings were hospitable, we would live peacefully alongside them. If not, then we were prepared to claim a new home by force. But when I arrived at so it was that I arrived at your miraculous planet. Lulled by the apparent absence of metaphysical chaos, I blundered into a mundane war zone, where it was promptly shot out of the sky. The rest of you already know. Having fallen behind during our search, I hurried here when my communications received no answer. That's when I met you, Inspector Hildebrand. Those touched by despair of the final days are reduced to beasts. Given our savage willingness to invade your star, it would seem that, in a sense, we fell just prey to that despair after all. Fortunately, my encounter with you generous people brought me to my senses, an outcome for which I am profoundly grateful. That said, there's nowhere else for us to go. Would it be too much to ask for us to live here, on your star? Well, of course you must stay! And I suspect you'll be wishing to repair your damaged vessel. This gets me done. No, Inspector, not again! Wait for me!
Never a dull moment around our Hildebrand.
At least we didn't worry if the ship crashes. Not when the Purr's Mandervillian on board.
Ah, why did you mention that? Upon reviewing the Manderville family tree, it was made clear that a lord without heirs of his own passed the name to an adopted child several generations ago.
What? Are you saying that you and your son are not the direct descendants of Godbrand, the alien progenitor of the Manderville line? How do you explain your natural sturdiness?
When it comes to building strength and perfecting the gentlemanly technique, it is not one's lineage which matters, but rather the unbending conviction within one's heart. The Godbrand's bloodline may be broken. House Manderville shall live on through us.
If McGoggle Boy can't swallow that explanation, I've also heard talk of some unseen power driven by feelings and emotions. Could be in you and Hildy have tapped into that cosmic essence.
Oh, if that's the case, you must be possibly swimming in it, my dear.
Oh no.
Every thing appears to be under control here, so let's return to the city, shall we?
Alright, so they're not actually aliens, they're just hot prop fuel full of fucking dynamites, apparently. Where did you get that teacup?
Once more do I find myself hurtling at superlative speed towards an unknown destination. Another day, another thrilling case for Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire.
My god.
Thanks for the enlightening conversation with Master Poo-Poo on the way back. I believe I have the answers required to proceed with our weapons fitting project. I trust the endeavor yet holds your interest. Pray for Master Girl of your willingness to assist, and my hammer and I shall haste the high crucible. Now with that, I bid you good day.
Thank you for looking after our beloved son. I'm sure him and the blocky lad will be back for more cases before you know it. You've gone above and beyond for us, Damien. I'd like you to have one of the replicated starships we made. It doesn't have the duplication facility or other such technology on board, but it will carry you through the skies. Use this key to call whenever you wish. Oh, so we did get it as a mount. Nice. As for the two of us, we decided to get to know our new home better by embarking on a journey of exploration. And so this is where we must say our farewells. Thank you for everything. We are fortunate indeed to have met you.
It seems Poo-Poo wasn't planning an invasion after all. He tried to stop his friend from launching an attack. I'm not calling an end to this investigation, Damien. Your unfailing support during this entire ordeal has been most appreciated. Thanks to you, I was able to observe the inner workings of Charlian, and even travel to the surface of the moon in search of the truth. When my own conspiracies threatened to blind me, it appeared to open my eyes to the true shape of things. This world yet harbors its share of strange and inexplicable, not the least of which is the source of Hildebrand's impossible physiology. If not an alien, then he's product of a hyper-advanced civilization from a distant past, the descendant of some gruesome biological experiment. Someone needs to plumb the depths of these unexplainable phenomena, and I am the very man for the job. If you say so, buddy. A gentleman to walk with me. Is that the credits? Is that like the end credits theme for it? Flows their veins. The source of strength and enigma remains. Dynamic folk, the calling spoke. A gentleman in the family, the good house Manderville. True Spectre is born from the heart. Aww. Hildebrand will return? Yes, he will, with the already confirmed in FanFest. Oh, there's more? It's a stalker. What's he doing? Oh, is he trying to, like, keep up with us? Wait. What? Couldn't have been Hildebrand that crashed land, could it? Like, he's obviously gonna be off in Tyrol now at this point. Or going there at least, assuming it takes place there. No. It's Manderville! Okay. Identified flying settlement. Alright. Oh man. Okay. Let's go get that last weapon, and then I'm gonna end stream there. I've seen some screenshots of new weapons, and I'm quite curious how... Oh. I see some people already showing them off. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Finally figured out how to perfect this alien weaponry. That bleeding time, eh? We shall inform his lordship that you are eager to begin. At long last, Damien, the end to our arduous yet most rewarding weaponsmithing journey is finally in sight.
And a bloody expensive journey it's been. Why I'm here not as a dutiful wife or the mother, but as a concerned senior partner of Manderville and Manderville. Company's footed the bill for all sorts of extravagant materials and expert assistance, not to mention the rent we're paying these high crucible fests for these facilities. Even as this was the final stage of the process, that's only one Manderville weapon out of how certain many. Our side business and replica weapons aren't exactly booming neither. I reckon I needed to come and gauge the value of continuing this venture with my own two eyes.
So let's offer our full cooperation to my business partner as she oversees proceedings. Yeah, now there's a sight. Seems the lordship has lost his cocksure composure. What happened, Godbert? Why don't you just tell me how your ridiculous wealth made you free to craft whatever you pleased? I'd be on my best behavior if I were you, Master Geralt. After all, your considerable remuneration is one of my main expenditures. Your Lady Julian will be scrutinizing. Let's move on to the topic of armament augmentation, shall we? Unsurprisingly, the key to perfect the weaponry lies in the application of a perfect oil, a substance known as Ultra Manderville. The superlative lubricant will serve to maximize the ethereal conductivity. Again with the creepy oils. And as one might have predicted, the Ultra Manderville's main ingredient is derived from yet another incredibly rare meteoric material. Cosmic Crystallite, it is called. When it came to the method of extracting said ingredient from the meteorite, however, my ancestor relic was conspicuously devoid of instruction. Thus did I consult Master Poo-Poo, and thanks to his encyclopedic knowledge of alien civilizations, he was able to furnish with me the requisite technique. I must say, it is a rather unorthodox process, and I cannot complete it alone. One I cannot complete alone. I will necessitate the involvement of everyone present. I don't like the sound of that. What fobbish nonsense do you mean to foist upon us this time? Oh, nothing too terribly taxing, I assure you. All will be explained in due course. Ere we can begin, we must tend to the tedious chore of procuring crafting materials. Damien, if you would, pray acquire the crystallite through our usual tomes of hungry vendor. Okay. We will require 3 goodly chunks. One for the oil's main ingredient, and the other to reshape the weaponry itself. Yes, I should warn you that these advanced material techniques will not only enhance your armor properties, but also greatly alter its appearance. Anticipation for such information, let us hurry to our tasks. Inoki. I should probably check if I have another gunbreaker weapon to swap to. That's Black Mage. Ninja. If not, in case. Give me one of these. It's just gonna be the regular tombstones again? Yep. Sweet. Thank God I came prepared. I was kind of worried for a second that it's gonna involve the limited tombstones. Alright, let's have a look at them shiny rocks. He's gonna do the trick. I'll grab my lordship and we can get to work. Thank you for your untiring efforts, Damien. These acquisitions are most demanding, I know, but we could not proceed without them. Crystallite at this time is said to have mystical properties. Its every mode infused with ether from its journey across the cosmos. We'll use Godbrand's technique to harness and condense that cosmic energy, that we may extract a single concentrated drop. This precious liquid is the heart and soul of our Ultra Manderville coding. That's bloody fascinating and all, but would you explain the goddamn technique already? You mean to have us fighting this time? Meditating? Dancing, my good man. We perform the traditional dance of House Manderville together. He's just so fucking done. Search for a viable method. Godbrand failed to extract the crystallized ethereal essence innumerable times. Frustrated beyond measure, he eventually contacted a friend on a far-off star to ask for advice. Thus did he learn the theory of compressing the crystalline stored energies by combining with a specific etheric waveform, much like squeezing a lemon. An inspired Godbrand then returned to work, where he experimented with generating waveforms through physical movement. One particular choreography provided the perfect resonance, and lo, the trademark Manderville undulations were born. As it happens, the far-off star question was the home world of our own Master Poo-Poo. With his keen eye that recognized the familiar resonant properties of our gentlemanly dance, and allowed us to rediscover the extraction process. Huh. Who'd have thought? Don't have a fancy word like one. I ain't swallowing this ridiculous shite. You're thinking next time middle lesson with your daft dancing? Count me out. Okay. Coming in strictly observational role, so no dance for me either. Neither. But if you so wish, we shall perform the extraction without you. As for you, Damien, your role shall be most crucial. I'd like you to hold the light and watch the quintessence as it falls. Right. See? Load of chocobo shite. I don't like sufficient intensity. I love it. Fine. Are they gonna join in? No fucking way this works. It's bloody magical. The resonance! It's still not strong enough! Yeah! Huzzah! Our combined performance did the trick! Master Girl and I will take it from here. Let's prepare the vial of Ultra Manderville and proceed with the final augmentations. Aye, you're about to witness the peak of craftsmanship. At least for about 2-3 more years. Now we must apply the Ultra Manderville coating. Fire safe, the final composition of the oil's ingredients will greatly influence the armor's properties. I need you to take a moment and consider which qualities you value most in your weapon. Right. 13. Breakers. Stats. Third light, skill speed, and direct hit. Okay. Oh, I can't choose that. Okay. In any case, it's either determination or tenacity. And it's determination. Okay. You're certain? So it shall be. Behold, Damien, the work is complete. The perfected art of dedicated artisans. The Mandervillian Gunblade. I got the fucking Monados, that's what. The beauteous and tangible reward for all our toil and sacrifice. The grand sight, alright. Like mammoths taking away at booze, dancing way to jigs is a bloody way to forge a weapon. But you can't argue with the end result. There is, in fact, one other favourable consequence after finishing our project. The helmet pillar contains what appears to be locked recording, and if what Master Rupert tells me is correct, our completed mandible weaponry should serve as a key to opening it. Shall I give it a try? Sure. How well does it dye? Specifically red. Oh yes. I can tell I need to change my fucking Gunbreaker glam now. I'm gonna do a fucking short cosplay, that's what. Ah, excellent. Then the relic responds to your armament. Let's commence the viewing. If you're watching this recording, then I must assume you have successfully brought the Manderville weaponry to its completed state. Allow me then to share some philosophy that went into the weaponry's creation. As I explained in my previous story, many worlds upon which we Mandervillians resided were laid to waste by an inexplicable catastrophe. The final days, one must imagine. Peace reigns upon this star for now. But we can never know when or what manner of chaos might threaten our tranquil lives. Thus I endeavor to forge armament with the power to repel any threat, no matter how dire. However, in the wrong hands, such a powerful weapons may exacerbate the very problem they were created to solve. Sadly, my long search for worthy wielders, those possessing both martial excellence and unyielding moral fortitude, has failed. I am left with no choice but to destroy my triumphant works. Nope. That explains how you lost the originals, eh? In the hope that a deserving hero might one day emerge, I decided to leave the secrets of their manufacture to my heirs. By necessity, the process must be rendered cryptic, lest these potent armaments be too readily attained. To you watching this proves you had the wisdom to pierce my elaborate obfuscations, and this meant to retrace the grueling steps of my smithing saga. I have faith in your judgment. Do what is just, and trust a Manderville weaponry to those who champion the ideals of peace. How gratifying to know that my motives were aligned with those of my ancestor. The own experience of the final days which moved me to recreate the Manderville weapons and put them in heroic hands such as yours. It is more gratifying still that we should succeed in the task which Godbrand himself sets for his descendants. I thank you all for your valuable contributions. I'll admit, it was a bit of a shock to hear that he was crafted alien designs, but you hired the right smith for the job. You know the job isn't over, yes? There are still many weapon variants left to reforge. I know. Don't get your bloody small clothes in a twist. I'll stick around till the last blow is hammered. For the extraction of the ultimate Manderville essence, I must ask you to call upon the assistance of the High Crucible Alchemists. It matters not who performs the dance, as long as they do so with legitimately perfection and aplomb. It's clear to me how now that the Manderville weapons are more than just a pet project. They're an investment for the future of our world. You have my permission to keep him on the books as an official Manderville and Manderville enterprise. Oh, that's a relief. We're difficult to cover these expenses with my weekly entertainment budget. With that settled, continue as before. A most excellent House Manderville artisan shall handle the requests to perfect other weapons in your possession. Meanwhile, artisan expert alchemist will assist in adjusting the weapon properties, assuming you apply the regular crystallite, of course. All in all, this has been a most satisfying experience. My thanks again. I look forward to our next mutually beneficial encounter. And that's that, I suppose. I'm a little disappointed that all the weapons share the same aesthetic. But you gotta admit, it's a pretty sick aesthetic. Especially considering it's gonna fit in perfectly with one of the new areas coming up in the Dawn Trail. The Lucian 9 thing was called. Ah, it's so good. The question is... Oh, okay, just give us the final steps. Stages for Glands as well. Perfect. Oh,
Oh, you can buy one without the effect on it. Interesting. Huh. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, okay. Alright, that's something I gotta mess around with later. But for now, thank you all for coming to the stream. I'll, see you next time I find something else to stream. I don't know, honestly. Take care.